Yeah, here we go. This is it. This is how they're getting in. Curled it up. That is funny. Never seen that before. That's the gold we were looking for right there. There we go. There's a knife. Oh my gosh, what do I got? Oh! All right, guys, welcome back to the harbor. Harbor's actually right there, Charlotte Harbor, Upper Harbor, and got a couple minutes here, maybe an hour or so, to try to do a little bit of fishing. It's freezing cold and very overcast. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning, still no sunshine. And I'm gonna hit around these condos, throw in the mulligan, slam shady color by Salt Strong. Let's get strapped in here and see how we do. I've never fished this. I've walked around it a few times, or I guess I'd say one time to be exact. Starting down here, I would think there's a culvert somewhere because there are fish in here. Now when I've walked around it, all I ever saw was tilapia beds. This has a different section, which is where we'll be heading because there's not much room here before I start hitting houses. And didn't see anything else. I had never fished it, but another guy on YouTube, FL Flatsmasters, he does a great job. If you want to follow a pro, he's always out on the flats and catching fish. He came in here and caught a few fish, so figured it looked like a pretty good idea. Easy spot where I can jump out in between washing boats and wet a line. So let's see. I've been super busy lately, just that time of year everybody's down wanting to get their boats done, and working on my other channel, Harbor Yacht Tours. If you like watching boat videos, that's been taking up a lot of time. So anyway, haven't had a ton of time to fish, and it's been cold. It's just been cold and windy and terrible out. So let's see if we can strike gold here. Red gold. Red fish. That's what the other guy caught. He caught a few reds in here. He got a snook too. But there's no culvert here. Right there's the water, literally just through those bushes is the harbor. So if there's no culvert, then they've just come in on flood tide, hurricane, storm surge type tides and get stuck in here. Throwing the big bomber, or mulligan by Salt Strong, 5-inch paddle tail. Make some commotion in here. Said it's been cold, a lot of cold fronts. Just got nice yesterday and woke up this morning to light rain, or last night actually, light rain. And this morning, cold north wind. Should probably slow this thing down a little bit. Got some gulp shrimp. But it's pretty deep. Dark water. I was hoping to give off some vibration here with this paddle tail and call them in. I bet there's some tarpon in here too. There's Mulligan with a windier back and cast a mile. There's a fish. There's a fish. Heck yeah. It's going to be a red, I do believe. Nice. Nice redfish. One, two, three. Beautiful. There we go. That's the gold we were looking for right there. Pretty golden redfish on the Mulligan. What are you feeding on in here, buddy? I haven't seen any kind of bait or anything. If I was closer, I'd let you out, let you go, take you on the harbor side. Come on, give me that. I don't want to have to get my pliers out, buddy. There we go. Pretty little fish. See ya, bud. Awesome. Yeah, there's not really much structure. It's just seawalls. Obviously, if you know the spot, you know the spot. I'm not going to give it away, but these condos are kind of hard to hide. Don't walk in people's yards and ruin it. When they were building these condos, they were talking about putting in right here. I mean, it's just simple. I mean, 50 yards and you're on the harbor, and they would put a bunch of docks in here and boats, and people can go in and out. I guess they don't want more boats on the water. It's a fight, I guess, between environmentalists and developers. If I was living there, though, I'd like to have a boat, be able to ride out. All right, we got to get another fish or two. But anyway, they weren't allowed to do it. And you just slow this roll down. We are looking for reds. They're going to be low in the warmer water. They're going to be sluggish. It's cold. I believe those reds that he caught look just like that. Not big, very pretty colored, and a little on the thin side. I don't think there's much to eat in here. I'm bad about trying new spots. You know, you see a spot, you think, yeah, there ain't no fish there. So, you never know. Man, that wind is... Oh, that was a bump, or my bumping bottom. The wind is honking coming off that harbor. I'm glad I'm not on a boat today. No mangroves, no rocks, no docks. Possibly not much change in the bottom. Just fish swimming around, looking for something to eat. Looking all the way down there at the end of this massive lake, I guess you'd call it, and I see the waves lapping up against that seawall. Let's go down there, see if there's anything getting blown up against that wall. I'll check right back in with you. And yes, I'm using the wrong hook for this setup, but it's the one I had tied on, so I just rigged it. Should use a smaller 3-inch paddle tail on that size hook. Dang it. I just spooked a red. Right up in this shallow stuff too. Huh. Sitting right against this wall. Right, I was gonna come walk to the corner here and then start fishing. Before I got here, red took off. About the exact same size as that last one. Another dead fish. Here's a dead, or some bones of another fish. Yeah, I imagine this is a tough place to live. This fish went out. It's like a prison. At least now I got the wind to my back, so we can start walking along and get good casts. But yeah, all I'm seeing on my walk back here is mullet and dead mullet. I'm seeing some more of these freshwater mussels here, and a lot of them scattered out in little debris fields, so I bet that's about all these redfish are eating. Right along the bottom there, maybe. They're those are really small and soft. They could probably crunch those right up. It's a little too cold. we go. There's a nice. Oh my gosh, what do I got? Oh, hoo-hoo-hoo. I thought there might be a few tarpon in here. Wow. Just felt like a little bump. Saw a flash. I thought I had a snook. And then I saw a tail and I thought, oh my gosh, I've got, for some dumb reason, I thought I had a cobia. Just cobia shark, like what is this? Like this massive black tail. And then I seen it. And look, I was just reeling it in. I'm hearing water gulping here. Going ba-boom, ba-boom. Right here, there's a culvert. And I can't see it, but there's a hole in the seawall. It goes in somewhere. And I can hear it going ba-boom, ba-boom. And I was like, I was just getting ready to, like 3 more cranks, and I was gonna lift my rod and start pulling it away and pitch right over here where I'm hearing this splashing, even though there's no water. And all of a sudden, just kind of a gentle hit. Man, that was awesome. That was a beautiful fish right there in front of me. I mean, as a kid, I don't know if I ever really hooked a tarpon that I even knew. It's just because of the style of fishing we did. I mean, I did 3 styles of fishing as a kid. One was just bass fishing out of John Boat, my friend's backyard, right in Port Charlotte. Excellent canal. We could go out and catch 30 fish, 40 fish, just depends. We could stay out all day, depending on how many you want, we could catch. Bass fishing, so there was my artificial fish and lures upbringing. Red fishing with my grandpa, he was blind, Korea vet. We would just go into John Boat, into the creeks, and it was the same style of fishing, same 3 or 4 creeks, and we would just drown shrimp and catch redfish. It was a lot of fun, loved it, but you know, not going to catch too many tarpon doing that. And then 3, we would go offshore fishing. He had a 22-foot angler, little walk around cabin boat, 175 Evinrude, and we would go 20 miles offshore and, you know, deep dropping for red grouper. So none of those are going to lead to too many tarpon bites. We'd go right through the pass, and he just wanted nothing to do with tarpon fishing because we were out catching fish to eat. But ever since I started my channel, I've been doing a lot more artificial fishing in the salt and catching tarpon every now and then, hooking them anyway. I've hooked a few. That's the second biggest one I've hooked. Hooked a monster one. Man, I wasn't recording on that. That's why I looked down. I was like, was I actually recording this time? Huge, beautiful, like 150-pound tarpon, Gasparilla sound. On a Little John, same kind of a setup, little 2,500 10-pound test. And I had him. I fought him for probably a minute. And I've caught a few little guys, little ones, you know. And one like 8-pounder, but it's fun. It's fun once in a while, you know, throwing these artificials. You just, man, in salt water, you never know what you're gonna get. I was pretty much just about ready to turn off the camera and just go walking along and wondering if I should even put up that one redfish. But this video will go up now. That tarpon made my day, made my week. I've been doing so little fishing, and that is why you fish right there. It just is. Stop in this little spot that I just don't think it's a great spot. There's a few trapped fish, but you know, it can be a fun spot on a cold day. That tarpon, man, that was awesome. I'd like to got another jump out of them or 2, but all right, moving right along. A lot of mullet. While I'm watching down the line here, I'm seeing quite a bit of mullet. I tell you what, there ain't much to eat, so if you pass this by fish's face, he's gonna take it. Except for that redfish that I spooked. He didn't want nothing to do with me. There's another culvert here, so it's sticking out. It's real shallow though, where it's at. See what I mean? Too shallow. I just wonder if this is fed, if this body here just has a tiny little culvert. Well, not tiny, whatever. Like this culvert right here. If this is the culvert that sometimes does go out to the harbor. Oh man, it's matting. Garbage. Well, would it feed enough salinity in here to create barnacles? And I think it would. I'm hooked onto some felt material. Dang it. Only structure in here. Stinking debris. Man, dang it. I gotta retie. Guess it's not the end of the world. Right there. I could get it, but I can't. I could, but I can't. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I got a little bit bigger of a jig head. I like these chartreuse, neon yellow, whatever you call it. Still not big enough for this hook, really, for this bait. Should have a like a 4/0, even a swim bait hook where it's hooked more in the middle. But I like this color head for redfish, especially on like a little john, a little twitch bait. But this will do a little bit better than what we did have. Let's see if we can get in. Let's see if we can get another tarpon. Tarpon Lake. So cool. It's a cool thing about recording. You can go back and watch it. I mean, there's stuff that happens. I'll go out fishing and have a fun time. Something really super cool will happen, and then I'll watch it back, you know, editing for the video, and I'll see something and I'll be like, oh yeah, forgot about that. So it's another cool thing about doing these videos. There, oh, there's a bump. Dang. Like a bump. Fish. I'll take tarpon, redfish, or a snook, or a big trout. Now, I suppose these fish just came in here. If there is some kind of way that they're coming into one of these culverts, even if they were just little, really little fish, maybe even a fry, and just grew up in here, maybe. I think they should open it up. What do you think? Drop it in the comments. Should you open it up and let all these condos have docks and have boats go in and out? There's more pressure on the harbor. Yeah, I get that. So, but I don't know. It'd be a cool fishing spot. It was completely open. Add some habitat to the harbor. Imagine this spot with a bunch of docks in it. It'd be great. Great sheephead, redfish, black drum, snook. I say open it up. Old water fountain out there in the middle. It's not on though. Man, that thing just thinking about that tarpon, that thing just surprised me. How big was that tarpon? Would you guess? Put that in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Maybe 40 pounds? Give or take. I don't know. Yeah, I'd say at least that. There we go. Once again, right as I'm getting ready to lift it out, it's a snook. Just keep walking. I don't got enough line to let him stretch it, so just keep walking him. Keep the pressure on him this way. Awesome. Ready to come out? There we go. Hey, pretty little snook. Check this out. Look at that line. It's like it had a little eraser. Just curled it up. That is funny. Never seen that before. Man, I don't know. This guy looks pretty healthy. Looks very, very pretty. Good color. I mean, it's a big tarpon in here. Really colorful redfish. Pretty snook. Maybe there's something. Maybe there is something they're feeding on. Gosh, I got this camera all screwed up. Sorry, I had you guys facing the dirt. That's a healthy snook. He's short, a little stunted almost, but he's pretty thick. What are you feeding on, huh? Sweet. See you, bud. All right. Well, I'll just keep moseying along here. See what else is out here. 3 bites. 3 species. I mean, there is a pretty good population of mullet jumping around, so I'm not sure. I don't think they can reproduce though, if this isn't salty enough. So I'd say maybe they're, you know, feeding on smaller mullet. Trout in here and get a slam. Slow this thing down. All the hits have come within 15 feet of the seawall, right where it starts to kind of drop. have been down in this bottom half, this basin. Let's go down there a little bit. Maybe there's a big tarpon swimming with them. Nice condos. I think Joe Madden used to live there. Former manager of the Tampa Bay Rays and Chicago Cubs and Anaheim Angels. Won the World Series with the Cubs. Took the Rays to the World Series. Anyway, spring training Rays are here in Port Charlotte, so that's where he lived, I heard. They still have a condo in there. Ran into him at River City Grill one time. Said hello. Cool guy. If you're a baseball fan. Alright, just gonna keep mumping my way down here to this pile of rocks where we put in at, and if I don't get anything, we will call it a morning. I have a feeling I might. Get something. So we got about 10 more casts left. There we go. Oh, I think I got back into some mullet there actually. Just bumped a mullet. That was a good boat. Dang it. No, I think I'm just in mullet. I'm just hitting them. The other one felt like more like a tug, though. I must have stuck that hook in them for a minute, unless it was an actual hit. Alright, 3 more casts. This one. mullet. Well, it definitely was a fun little stop. I think I fished it for, oh, right back in that mullet again. Spooking that mullet. Definitely less than an hour. Hey, that's not bad. Redfish, a snook, and jump a nice tarpon in an hour. Definitely worth the stop. Let's get one more cast. That mullet again. Yeah, there's mullet are just stacked down at this end. Let's just take. Oh, there was an encounter with a fish. I'm not gonna say hit anymore. I think I keep bumping mullet. Let's just launch one more cast here. Slow roll it. Nope. Well, signing off from Charlotte Harbor. Well, just over there is the harbor anyway. I appreciate you guys watching. We will get out on the boat definitely here probably in the next few days, maybe next week at the latest, and do a little bit more winter fishing on the boat, getting a little wade fishing. Springtime's coming. Once it warms up a little bit, I'm going to dive in and do a little bit of spear fishing. But thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. And don't forget, just get out there and get out into nature. You never know what you're going to see. Yeah, here we go. This is it. This is how they're getting in. This little creek here, which is really dry right now, but summertime, high summer water, not even storm water, just high summer tides. They can sneak in through this culvert right here, and occasionally, maybe once in a while, get back out. But thanks for watching.